away from them. Every time that I was away, the time that I do get to spend with my family, whether it be during a trip back home, or a vacation, or going back for Christmas, I can tell you that the time that I have with them is infinitely more. Maybe you guys can also recall when you first left home, or left your home provinces, or went to work away from somewhere where you grew up. It's kind of daunting, realizing just how much other people did for you when it comes to living alone, whether it be having to organize all of your things at home. I mean, for me, I didn't realize you had to read the little laundry tags before you put them in the washing machine until things came out different shapes and different colors. It's just those little baby steps of orientating yourself on this newfound adulting, which can be a little bit of a point of hesitancy for your students, but you can reassure them, hey, it is all a process. No one starts off knowing everything straight out the gate. You have to give yourself time and grace to adjust and to learn. And if they have a fear of meeting new people, I mean, when I left school, I felt a little bit awkward in being in a room of people I didn't know, and that factor especially is there when you consider a student who is wanting to pursue an education in the country maybe they've never visited before. But encourage them by saying you're getting plugged into a college community. You can find your tribe by maybe finding common shared interests. Maybe there's a group of Swifties there and you want to join in on the Taylor Swift bandwagon. Or maybe you have a common sporting interest, or maybe a church. There's so many different opportunities to get plugged into community. And as someone who made the jump of moving country, I now have friends that I consider my family. So tell your students, kaya mo yan. In Tagalog, that means you can do it. Number 4, no regrets. I think this is a piece of advice that everyone can take, you being a student or not. But you never know unless you try. Yeah, doesn't that resonate so true for so many of us, and especially true for our students? The task or the path that lays ahead of them is a daunting one because they've never gone down it, and who knows what it holds. It's an unknown, and when there's unknowns, we feel uncomfortable, right? It gets us doing a little jig because we're not at ease. It's not ground that we've traversed before, but just allow them to ponder that don't let opportunities pass you by because you had fear hold you back. Has everyone heard of the term FOMO? Yes. I won't ask anyone who doesn't know what that is to put their hands up because I might reveal your seasoned age. But FOMO is fear of missing out. And this is also another aspect that really plagues young people because they are thinking like, I'm going to have the fear of missing out on what's happening back home. All my friends are going to do this. All the people I grew up with, they're going to go off and do this. Well, what if I'm missing out? What if I'm going to regret and I'm going to see them all on Facebook and I'm going to be thinking, I wish I was there. But I think if you guys think back to when you had fear of FOMO but you went against it anyway, those things that felt so important 1, 2, 3 years later, they didn't feel that important at all. Right? And so it's just reminding them that don't let FOMO or fear of missing out actually make you miss out. And the last point for our applicants and future students is find someone rich and willing. I know you're all clapping because you know exactly what I mean. Find someone rich in experience and willing and having the initiative to want to share it to help you. AKA, find valuable mentors. I know you guys love that. But as I was saying earlier, everyone, absolutely everyone, even if you consider yourself a mentor in a certain field, everyone needs a mentor. So, to all of our mentors now, we have an incredible room full of them. These are some pointers that are specifically for you. So, when talking or interacting with your applicants and students, number 1, put yourself in their shoes. I can understand that the nature of your work, a lot of it, I mean, it's due to the pandemic and also the nature of what you do. A lot of the correspondence between your applications and students happens online, yes? And I think we can all agree that speaking to someone through a screen, even if there is the joy of seeing them on a little moving video, through a video call, it doesn't feel as real as if you're sitting across from someone physically. And to do that on a routine or daily basis, I can just imagine that these students start feeling like applicant numbers. And I empathize because I'm sure that you go through thousands, if not hundreds, every month or every year in the work that you do. But I just want to remind you, because your interaction with the applicants can be one of their first interactions, or maybe a very key factor in how they perceive this pursuit that they're on. And any amount of encouragement can go a really long way, especially in the times where it's all just falling together. The planning is falling, like, what am I trying to say? The planning is coming together. So as much encouragement, as much consciousness that you can put to humanizing the student on the other end of your line. They are young, they are hopeful, they are feeling maybe a little bit doubtful. So if you can in any way, just remember that they are a person with dreams, with aspirations, with doubts as well. So let's do our best to encourage them. The second is, great is better than good. But the one thing that I want to emphasize here is it's an extra effort that makes the difference between a good experience and a great experience. Extra effort meaning that you take out the time to really talk to your applicant, get to know their personality, their needs, to see where the best fit is for them. I understand that takes extra time. But again, you are the bridge between them and pursuing their education abroad. And this extra attention to detail could really greatly impact them, encourage them. And will it be seen all the time, this extra work? Will it be rewarded? Will it reflect in your monthly quota? Probably not. But you are making an indelible impact on that individual. That extra effort, that extra time that you put into your applicants, it makes a difference in their lives, and that is a rewarding thing in itself. And number 3, look at the bigger picture. That's my purpose for having this job. What is my purpose on this earth, if you want to make it bigger? I feel like I've been able to answer that question for myself. And the answer of it would be, I feel like my purpose is to be able to serve people, to be of service to people who have been dealt maybe a worse or lesser hand than I, so that I could somehow be a bridge and to give them the resources and help that they need so that they can develop their potential. That is why my work with underprivileged communities and children continue to be the most fulfilling work that I've been able to do. It's not the glamorous stuff. It's being able to make those small impacts that really makes the work feel fulfilling in a way that nothing else is. And it does sound like a beauty queen answer, but to all of the mentors in the room, it's my truth. And I implore you to make it your truth too. To see every individual as undeveloped potential. To go out of your way to be a resource for them, to teach them, to guide them, to lead them, to encourage them. So that one day, they could be great mentors too. And so, education is for improving the lives of others and for leaving your community and world better than how you found it. See every individual as unexplored potential. Let's call it greatness. And allow them to develop that, harness that, so that they can aid others in developing their potential, their greatness too. Thank you.
Do this.
Even more so, I'm getting goosebumps, but like in the path that I've been able to see, I really feel I was meant to do this. And it's been such a fulfilling feeling. So anyone who's ever doubted or just had that apprehension about anything, it might not be going abroad, it could be absolutely anything. The fact that that apprehension is there, that doubt is there, doesn't mean it's not meant for you. It means you care about what you're doing, and sometimes we just have to push ourselves out of our comfort zone because that's where the magic happens.